Dominic, Waghorn, Sky News in the UK. Thank you for taking my question. You said some time ago that Russia had no intention to invade Ukraine. I think today you said that Russia did not invade Ukraine, when it clearly has. You've also said that Russia would not hurt civilians, and thousands have been hurt, their homes destroyed, and it seems now hospitals being attacked. Why should the Ukrainians take you seriously, with all due respect? Why should they believe a word you say and the rest of the world?
As for the hospital and maternity wards, I talked about this, but you didn't listen to this, and you're not going to show this. And nobody will say that 3 days ago at the Security Council of the United Nations, we explained what happened to that maternity ward. As for the statements, who is going to do what and who is not going to do what, until the last moment, we wanted to resolve the matter in a diplomatic way. We presented an extensive document on our bilateral agreement with the US and also NATO, and also covered all the questions on European security, including all countries on the continent, including Ukraine. We were told that Ukraine is ours, and we will deal with Ukraine, and we will resolve the future of Ukraine. And we proposed we proposed not creating any threats on the ground in Ukraine to the Russian Federation. And Putin explained very clearly why he took that decision to conduct a special military operation. And even if you're not allowed to talk to your listeners about this, you could yourself read this document and understand our logic. It's very clearly explained. We want a Ukraine which will be friendly, demilitarized Ukraine, which would not create any threats for creating a Nazi state, Ukraine where there would be a Russian culture and language, and the Orthodox Church is not forbidden, is not banned. All of that was reflected in their laws, and all our calls, all our attempts to contact with our Western colleagues to influence the Ukrainians on this, they failed. And when the Ukraine passed a law where only Ukrainian is fit for use on the territory of their territory, and all other languages were discriminated against in school, in other universities, and Hungary and Bulgaria started to express their discontent. And Ukraine then made an exception in a very elegant way, exception out of this law for European Union languages, and only Russian was left as a discriminated language, and the West went quiet. It just emphasizes the fact that the West is only interested in Ukraine working against anything that is Russian. What the West has done in relation to the referendum in Crimea, this is a double standard. There was no referendum in Kosovo, but NATO created a situation where, by bombing Yugoslavia, they created the conditions for Kosovo. And when they wanted independence, the whole West just applauded it and supported it. Why Albanians can do this and Russians can't do this? Albanians in Yugoslavia, they were not just allowed to do this, they were stimulated, they were pushed in that direction. And they had this, the purpose of United Kingdom and other countries was not to have too large a country in the Baltic, in the Balkans, and they have the same goal in relation to Russia. And we understand that this is not about Ukraine, this is about the aggression against anything Russian. Interests, religion, language, culture, safety, and all other things. And of course, now, the reaction of the West to our actions, a very aggressive reaction. And this is, it really demonstrates the fact that this is a fight for life.